Have you ever wondered what it would be like if all the worst disasters you can imagine happened at once? What if I told you that the Bible has already predicted something like this? Today, we're going to talk about the 7 bowls of the apocalypse, the devastating plagues that, according to the book of Revelation, will be poured out on earth at the end of times. Want to know what they are and what they mean for all of us? Stick around and let's find out together. First bowl, malignant sores. Imagine waking up one day to find your body covered in painful, incurable sores. That's exactly what the first bowl of the apocalypse brings. Horrible sores for everyone who follows the beast and worships its image. These sores are a direct punishment, a kind of divine warning. Can you imagine the pain and despair these people will feel? Is this the price for choosing the wrong side? Second bowl, sea of blood. Now, picture this. You go to the beach to relax and suddenly, the entire sea turns to blood. Yes, blood. The second bowl of the apocalypse turns the sea into a vast red ocean, where all marine life dies instantly. Fish, whales, everything. The scene would be apocalyptic, no doubt. Have you thought about the impact of this? What would happen to fishing, tourism, and life in coastal cities? The devastation would be total. Is humanity ready to deal with a calamity of this magnitude? Third bowl, rivers of blood. Imagine turning on your tap at home and seeing blood instead of water. It sounds like a horror movie scene, but that's exactly what happens with the third bowl of the apocalypse. All rivers and fresh water sources turn to blood. Without drinking water, the situation becomes desperate. How would we survive without clean water to drink, cook, and wash? This plague makes us reflect on how much we depend on water and how vulnerable we are without it. Is this a warning to take better care of our resources? Fourth bowl, intense heat. Imagine a sun so strong it feels like it's burning your skin just by being outside. That's the scenario with the fourth bowl of the apocalypse. Unbearable heat that makes the sun scorch with extreme intensity. People are desperate, looking for shelter and water, but the heat is relentless. Have you thought about what it would be like to live in a world where the sun itself becomes your enemy? Are we prepared to face such extreme weather? Maybe this plague makes us reflect on climate change and the impact of our actions on the planet. Fifth bowl, darkness and pain. Now imagine, suddenly, the world plunges into total darkness. The fifth bowl of the apocalypse covers the beast's kingdom in such dense darkness that people feel physical pain. The darkness is so deep it brings despair and anguish, a constant sense of fear. Have you thought about living without light, without hope, in continuous suffering? This plague makes us think about the light we have today and how often we take it for granted. Are we ready to face our own shadows? Sixth bowl, drying of the Euphrates River. Imagine one of the world's greatest rivers, the Euphrates, drying up completely. With the sixth bowl of the apocalypse, the Euphrates dries up, making way for the armies of the east and preparing the ground for the final battle of Armageddon. This not only changes geography but also history. Have you thought about the chaos and troop movements this would cause? Are we ready to face the consequences of a war of this magnitude? Maybe this plague makes us reflect on the fragility of peace and the need to seek solutions before we reach a point of no return. Seventh bowl, earthquake and hail. Now, imagine the largest earthquake in history, shaking the planet from end to end. The seventh bowl of the apocalypse brings a tremor so devastating that islands and mountains disappear. As if that weren't enough, huge hailstones start falling from the sky, destroying everything in their path. Have you thought about facing a force of nature of this magnitude? Are our buildings, our technology, our lives prepared for such total chaos? This last plague makes us reflect on the fragility of our achievements and how small we are in the face of nature's power. So, after learning about the 7 bowls of the apocalypse, can you imagine the impact of these plagues on humanity? These terrifying visions make us think about how we're living our lives and what we can do to change the course of history. Are we ready to face the consequences of our actions? These prophecies remind us of the importance of seeking a path of peace, respect, and care for the planet and each other. What do you think? Let's reflect together on our role in this great puzzle called life.